Okay, I wanted to make a quick video here of my finds from this summer. This is all found in the summer of 2011 with the Garret AT Pro. I also used the Garrett AT Gold for a little bit right toward the end of the season. And unfortunately, we had a lot of big rains and storms, and the rivers and the streams are all flooded now, so I can't go out anymore this year. But just to give you a quick overview of what I found, I have everything laid out on the pool table here. A lot of Civil War items and some other neat things, but we'll go through just piece by piece here and show you what I have. You've seen a lot of these things on my other videos, but here's what they look like all cleaned up. This is a neat little hammer. A lot of guys think this might be an artillery hammer, so they're telling me, and it might be, but I really don't know. Here's a little cowbell that I cleaned up. Some curry combs. These were used to brush the horses out during the Civil War. They were also used before and after the war, but this is actually an issued one. This is a Yankee issued comb. Here's a little pistol I found. It's a post-Civil War pistol, but it's still pretty cool. There's no bullets in it. A lot of the pistols I find will actually have bullets in them still. This is my favorite find of the summer, I think. This is a lance head from the 6th Pennsylvania Cavalry, also known as Rush's Lancers. They use these spears in place of carbines. So they would actually run around with their horses and have these spearheads on long poles, and they'd try to stab people with them. They weren't very effective, but you can still see part of the wooden handle is still on this head here, so that's pretty neat. That little loop there is actually where like a little flag would hang off of that. It's a decoration. That's probably my favorite find. Here's a picture of a painting of the Lancers. If you look, you can see here, this is these are the lances, that lance heads like I just showed you right here, and this little flag hanging off of them. You can see what they were on long poles. That's how they were used. Another one of my favorite finds is the Dispenser Carving. This was found in the water, in just a few feet of water, mostly exposed. You see it's in pretty good shape. Most of the wood's gone off of it. If it was deeper in the mud, it would probably been in a little better shape. But you can see the lock plate. You can see the spring right here is broken. This might be why they had pitched it. But that's a really nice find too. Got a bunch of artillery shells this summer. These have all been disarmed. Here's a Confederate reed. It's been fired. See, it's got a hole in the top there where the fuse adapter is in there, and the fuse would have gone inside. So all the powder's been flushed out. Here's a nice Schenkel shell that I found. It's got a beautiful fuse on the end of it. You can really read the numbers well. I'm happy with this, and again, it's been drilled out. You can see where I drilled it out and flushed out the powder. The same with this reed shell, Confederate reed, and this was fired. This is the fuse adapter in the end here. So this is a wooden fuse adapter. If you look right in the center, you can still see the powder train. That's what the powder would burn down through there and ignite the shell. Obviously, it didn't work. Another Confederate shell here. Pretty cool. There's a nice Dyer shell I found. So got a nice variety of shells this summer. There's that round ball right here. This is that fuzzy green one. It's one of my videos. If you look, you can see it. It's a shotgun I found. It's one of my last good hunts of the year. I went out with Steve Moore of Garrett Detectors and my buddy Dan Frezza. And I think this was on the video. A couple of musket barrels. I also found a nice octagonal musket barrel that's not out on the table right now because it's in electrolysis. So you're not going to get to see that. There's a top to an exploded Dyer shell. You can see down inside there. I think this is a gate post or a gate weight. I thought it was a shell when I first found it, but it obviously isn't. A few axe heads. Nice hatchet head there. There's another cowbell. Found quite a few of these in the river. It makes a little bit of noise. There's a nice half. U.S. half. Bust half. 1813. It's my first half of the summer. I was really happy when I found that. And I'm still happy with it. There's a carbine sling hook. Saw that in the videos. This is a really neat item. I don't know if I have this showed anybody this or not. But this is actually called a crow's foot battery. This was used to power the telegraphs back around the turn of the century, like the late 1800s. Copper wire would go right in this hole right here. and this would sit down into a container of, I think it was copper sulfate, and the reaction between this metal and the solution would create electricity, and it was enough to power the telegraphs. So that's how they got the electricity from that. I never knew that, and through some internet research I found that out. There's a lot of sinker bullets that I found. These are one of my favorite finds. Lots of different kinds of bullets too. There's the ringtail sharps here. There's a 6.9 caliber Prussian. That's a Savage bullet. 3-ring mini. There's some other types of other bullets. This is kind of interesting where they drove a square nail into two to make a sinker. This is a shoe buckle, I'm pretty sure. A lot of guys have emailed me and said that they think that actually might be the insignia that would go on the shoulder strap, but I don't think it is, because it's pretty heavy, and if you look at the back, it's got the places where the pins would go on it, like a regular shoe buckle. And I've seen the insignias before, and they're usually pretty lightweight, and they don't have these areas right here, so I'm pretty sure that's a shoe buckle. Like this is a little shoe buckle here. Well, this is a blow-through Gardner, which is kind of cool, where they fired it and the top blew off of it. This is my turtle skull. I think I have a video of this. If not, it might just be on my Facebook page. And I think that's a pretty neat little find. Huge snapping turtle. There's a nice carbine, Dispenser Carving bullet. That would go to the same carbine that I have over there. Found it just like that in the water. There's an expert rifleman badge. I've been told that's actually a Marine badge. I was in the Army. We had a very similar award, but didn't look quite like that. And some locks. Find a lot of locks in the rivers. You see some of these have been broken open with sledgehammers. I'm sure there's an interesting story behind that. Same with that one there, and this one's been smashed open. That's a pretty lock right here. I like that one. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it to actually open, but I'll probably just leave it like it is. Here's a bullet that's been flattened. I think this was actually laid on a railroad track and flattened out. I have one that I made myself by putting a bullet on a railroad track. This was years ago, though. I'd never do it nowadays, but it looks almost exactly like that. That's how it turned out. Nice spoons. Find a lot of pocket knives in the river. There's some different pocket knives. Some type of mess knife, or civilian knife there. Not sure which. Some coins, a few large cents here, and a pocket. Oh yeah, that's a pocket watch I found. It's actually full of. I shook it like that, and I thought there might be gold coins in there, but I was able to peer in there with a flashlight, and it split shot, some type of little tiny shot. So I guess a fisherman was carrying that. That was kind of an interesting find, though. A lot of homemade sinkers here. Not sure how these were made. A lot of these are, you see, they got these nice sharp edges on them. So I don't think they were poured in the mold, but I'm not really sure. A bunch of bullets. So we've got some nice bullets in here. Got some Enfields, Confederate Enfield bullets, and a lot of 58 caliber minis, and some really beautiful Gardner, 58 caliber Gardner bullets. So that's a big 69 caliber bullets too. Those are really heavy. And I don't know if you noticed, but a lot of these are kind of in separate piles. What that denotes is location. What I'll do this winter, I'll come through here and I'll inventory everything and mark most things as to where I found them. So future generations will know where things came from, and I will too, because by next summer I will not have remembered where I found half this stuff. There's some more coins. There's a couple belt or buckles. This is a box plate, U.S. box plate. You can see what the hooks were right here. Soldier folded them over. I might have used this as a net weight or something, I'm thinking, or maybe they just did it for the heck of it. You can see part of the U and the S on the inside there. Here's a baby U.S. buckle. This was my first baby U.S. It's missing a hook. If you look close, you can see a lot of hash marks on it, where a soldier took a knife and they carved on it some. So that's pretty interesting. There's something else over here I wanted to show you too. What was it? There's a Canteen Spout that had some, oh, here it is. There's a Canteen Spout that's got Got hash marks on it too. It's like a little spider web design, which is interesting. There's a butt plate to a musket, brass butt plate. This is a canister plate for canister round for cannon. This is an atomizer, which is kind of cool. I'm not sure what this dates to, but didn't know what it was. I posted it up online on TreasureNet, and they identified it in just a couple minutes. So I was really amazed with that. Some pieces of fishing reels. Found a lot of these brass fishing reels, and I always keep the brass ones. Don't always keep the newer ones, so, or at least I don't keep them out here. I have them in a big bucket. Some more big bullets here. Oops, 69 caliber bullets. Little ring, cheap rings. These are 4440 cartridges that I found. It's one of the first videos of the summer when I first got my AT Pro. Dug a bunch of these, some 30-06 cartridges mixed in, you know, shotgun shells and whatnot. I don't think they're that old, but it's a really historic cartridge, so I dug a bunch of them. That was fun. There's a neat little wolf's head design. Not sure what that goes to, but it's interesting. More bullets. It's a colonial button. Another shoe buckle here. See where the pins would go through right there. Some more bullets here. Oh, another nice. This is a camp that Dan Fresno and I found. Once again, these are all water finds, but a lot of ringtail sharps. These are nice Confederate ringtail sharps. You see these Gardner bullets were in the current. I guess they got rolled around on the bottom of the river, and they're much. They're much smaller than they normally would be. This is what a normal size Gardner would be. You see how they're smoothed out, so much smaller. It's kind of interesting. There's a little tractor. I don't think it's Civil War. There's another box plate I found. The front of it, which would be copper or brass, I guess it's copper, is almost completely dissolved. You can see the lead showing through. It has a maker's mark on the back too. It says made by, but I can't remember. It's hard to read. I can't remember who that was. Another hatchet there. A few more bullets and spoons. You find a lot of flat buttons in the rivers. And coins. You know, not real good shape, but sometimes they're in decent shape. This is my coin find. I got a little treasure chest right now. I'm actually have made a separate video for this. I haven't put it up yet, but I'm getting ready to. These are the coins that I found this summer. Look down in there. There's a bunch of 8 real coins. It's $17.99. Great big old Spanish coins, and a lot of French coins. That's actually from Peru. There's 178 silver coins there that I found in one spot. 6.5 pounds of silver. So stay tuned. This video will be coming up probably within the next week or so. I'm almost done with it. I just have to reshoot the end. So, but that's about it. I just wanted to show you a few things that I found this year. All this was all this summer. The Garret AT Pro. It's a great machine. It has a great discriminator on it. I know I would not have done this, done this well with my other machines, and I have 3 other water machines that are different makes and different brands, and I've used them for years and had really good luck. But this machine right here, this is a winner. I'll definitely be using it again next year. So hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully next year this table will be piled high and we can do another one. So I'll see you later. Bye bye.